Mhm.
I wanted to jump into your background a little bit, Charles, because I was like a little enamored when I when I saw your history and like your work at the in the music industry because I used to do a lot of like music videos at Def Jam, not for like major artists like Jay-Z or Mariah Carey or anything like that, but like they're like sub artists. So
It's all
um
right. There's a lot of them out there.
no, there's too many. That's the problem. Like there's too many out there. And I want to know because I definitely was really looking into this, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, how did you move from like the music industry and doing like the creative and everything there to FC creating? Like, what was that transition? How
Yeah,
did that
sort of. I guess the yeah, how we sort of got here, right? So, well, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be obviously in the design business for quite a while, right? I go back to University of Arts, graduating in 1990, and then I kind of migrated straight to New York City, and found myself sort of working my way up into the music industry. Um, I guess I was lucky enough to be there really sort of during the heyday and the downfall, right? So
okay, the
during all
Napster?
through, yep, exactly. I was actually because my even before Atlantic at that time I was working for BMG for Bertelsmann Music Group, and they're actually the ones that cut Napster a check for 52 million,
Oh my
right, just
god.
to try to shut them up. But that ship had already sailed, right? So it was too late at that point. But then obviously then moving up through Atlantic Records and being there for where it was, really fun. There was a lot of great content, a lot of things were happening. Um, but I guess the transition really did kind of happen from because of the MP3s. Is that it? Because I guess one of the things that the experience that I had through Atlantic, and one of the things that I brought to them, is that I was kind of like the go-to designer for a lot of the really sort of strange, unusual projects that needed some sort of a solution, that I kind of specialized in, as well as even doing everything from the side things of like doing all of the vehicle wraps and everything. I've designed every kind of like bus and Bentley and everything that you can imagine, to then creating sort of the animated features for when Apple Music came out, right? And the record companies were trying to do whatever they could to create value around CDs, right? Because they obviously we all understand. I'm sure you're familiar with the level of profit margin when it came around compact discs.
Mhm.
So what they would do is they would just try to add more value. So one of the things that I brought to the table was doing a lot of like animations, flash animations, and having these other things that would come up, things that be like lyrical, be like doing video shoots from like behind the scenes and things of that like, right? So through that, I kind of got a lot of experience. But then sort of where the transition happened was really because of the fact that the MP3s and Apple Music and everything going online really kind of crushed the music business for a while.
Right, right.
So they literally sort of really kind of stopped outsourcing. It really became not as a fun a place to be, and everything, like budgets were cut, and as a having your own business as a freelancer, it wasn't the best place to be. So but then to kind of a little bit years back from when the in advent of the internet in the sort of mid 90s, I mean, I've been basically building websites since its existence, right? So it kind of, yeah, I started to kind of start to go down more of the corporate road to see more